Back with some more KJK VIP prize picks and Better Picks NFL player props for you on the channel for free today, guys. If you're new to the channel, you're just tuning in, just finding me, guys. I'm going to be giving out free VIP picks that I'm actually playing, that I'm actually backing with my own money on this channel. And every single video, breaking down the process, all that goes into it, just like I did in yesterday's video. If you missed, you can go back. It's still uploaded. Had the Watson over 15.5 receiving yards, cash. Justin Tucker over 6.5 kicking points, cash. Rashee Rice over 13.5 fantasy points, cash. Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions, cash. Isaiah Likely over 16.5 receiving yards, cash. Last but not least, unfortunately, the guy that let us down was the Patty Mahomes fantasy score. He just wasn't quite able to get there. Did throw an interception. Had the Pacheco touchdown that he got stood up near the end of the play. I thought they were going to blow it dead and give us a chance for that Mahomes sneak, and they didn't. So, hey, man. Profit, right? We're running 6-pick dynamic plays on Better Picks. If you're new, you want to be running 6-pick dynamics because if you get 4 out of right, you're going to profit. You get 5 out of 6 correct, you're going to profit. The 6 out of 6 is where the big wins come, but I'm teaching long-term profit on this channel. The best picks, the best slips you can be running are 6-pick flexes, 5-pick flexes on both Prizepicks and Better Picks. So those are the ones you're going to want to be running. Unfortunately, Mahomes let us down, man, but the hit rate was fantastic, and we won money, right? That's the goal. Every day we want to be winning money. I turned 250 into 312.50. I would have loved the 5,000, but hey, we fight on today. And I'm giving you guys, once again, an actual play that I actually am placing. If you don't have Better Picks, you're going to need the Better Picks app to tail this slip. We're going to get into exactly why. They're going to match you with my link down below in the description. That's the easiest way. It's just going to auto-apply the link. You can also use the promo code KJKDFest. They're going to match you up to $200. So we will get into the plays. But once again, I'm running a sale on the VIP. If you're not in there, these are the kind of plays you're getting. This is the kind of value. The videos are going to give you a sneak peek as to all that goes into the process. But I can't be on video 24/7. There's going to be a ton more plays. I'm just sharing one ticket. We're going to have a massive slate coming up here for the week 1, right? And just want you to know this resource. You would have got this as soon as I placed it yesterday in my Discord. You saw the result on the screen. I'm placing it myself. And I'm going to be sharing with you another one that I just placed here for free just to prove we're about to break down these picks, but I'm actually playing these. I'm actually sending them in, right? This is just one ticket. I'll have more going on over there. And I got creative with a deal for you guys. You can get 20% off 1 month. So I'm going to have this going through Sunday the 8th, 9/8/24. Couple days now. You got to go through this product because Patreon only allows me the discount codes on the product, not the repeating subscription. So I got creative. Instead of, if you just want to cut the 1 month cutoff, just get this. It's $49.99 a month. It's $1.66 a day. You're going to repeat, but for those that want the 20% off, you can still get access to the same thing for 1 month. I'm going to do the 8th through the 8th. So I'm going to have this deal going through the 8th. Everyone that purchases it through this link and uses the code NFL is going to get 20% off. You're going to get sent a link to join the Discord, and I'll give you the permissions you need to access the content. Code NFL, 20% off. Take advantage of that through Sunday, and then you'll have access through the 8th of next month. I'm running the deal to the 8th. Anyone that uses this purchase method to get that 20% off will have access to the Discord through the 8th of next month, okay? So take advantage of that deal. And let's give you some more winners here tonight. If you enjoy the content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. We're going to go ahead and pull up this ticket right now for you guys on my Better Picks app and break down exactly why I like these plays, just like we did yesterday. Give you, once again, a little sneak peek as to all that goes into my process, kind of let you know that I know what I'm talking about here. And here we go. We got the Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions for play number 1. You can see I'm getting at 4.5 on Better Picks. It's up to 5.0 on Prizepicks. So I would recommend playing this on Better Picks. I'm giving it out on Prizepicks as well for you guys because I know a lot of people use the Prizepicks app and you want those picks still. So I don't want to leave you hanging, but as you can very clearly see, there's a discrepancy in the value we're getting. There's also going to be a huge discrepancy in the payout amount that you're going to be getting when you're running this same exact ticket. So that's why I would advise you do it on Better Picks. Get the Better Picks app, okay? You're going to see very clearly, very quickly, the difference in payout. But Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions. What are the tools I'm using? What's the data? You know, why is this guy clicking these buttons? Well, number one, let's go ahead and pull up our handy dandy friends here at Outlier Guys. This is one of the tools I'm using to pull in all of this different data for these different props. And the Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions is going to be one I have interest in, as stated. You can see I like to go ahead and type in the player and then sort it by implied probability. This is going to give us, you know, the best possible props for the player to hit, and the best possible prop on the entire board here tonight for Devontae Smith is going to be the overset 4.5 receptions. He's hit this at a 70% hit rate in his last 5. We're actually getting a nice plus EV play here. Minus 143 to vig odds. When you're factoring in Pinnacle, we got minus 133 on the over on BetOnline, minus 128 on the over on FanDuel, minus 135 on the over on DraftKings, minus 140 on the over on Caesars. All of these different sports books favoring it. Keep in mind, guys, we are getting much better odds than that if we're running 6-pick dynamic plays on these platforms. If you haven't tuned into the content, or if you don't know, I'll pull up another feature of the VIP here real quick for you, nice for free. These are the best possible plays, the best possible slip types that you can be placing on Prizepicks and Betr, because you're getting the best bang for your buck. Think of it as you're going to the grocery store and you're getting the best deal. A 5-pick dynamic and a 6-pick dynamic play on Betr, you're getting minus 121 implied odds. To keep it very simple, for those of you that are new to sports betting, you have no idea what the heck that means. Essentially, you'd have to risk $121 to win $100. So pretty much the prop is going to be more likely to hit the more you have to risk. These sports books are going to make you have to risk more. So in this example, for Mr. Devontae Smith, right, if we were to head on over to a sports book such as Caesars, we'd have to risk $140 to win $100, because they're saying it's so likely this prop's going to hit, we're going to make you risk more than you're going to win because you're more likely to win. We got to factor that in. Underdog Fantasy, they got them all the way up to minus 159 on the over. So they've gone ahead and shifted this prop major. And then you look at the hit rate, man. He's hitting this at a 70% hit rate over the last 10. Like I said, 6, 7, 9, 5, 5, 8, 7 receptions respectively across the board. We look at the target share for this Philadelphia Eagles offense. Really two guys, you know, the main bulk of the targets. A.J. Brown, number 1, coming in with a 30.1% chance of the target share. 21.3% of the passes are going Devontae Smith's way. So very concentrated target share in this offense. That's fantastic. We want to know where the ball is going. We want it to be going to Devontae Smith early and often. And then the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, another tool that I'm using. If you're new to the channel, check out my CS2 playlist. This tool is really big for esports, so I do want to continue to give them a shout out because they've made me a lot of money with the esports streets. The code KJKDFS, once again, the link's down below in the description, and I'll have the comment. It will be the easiest. Just go to the comment that I pin at the top of the comments. You're going to get, you know, the links for my VIP, these sign-up bonuses, the 25% off. But take advantage of all these different discounts and all these promos going on with the NFL starting. There's going to be a ton of them. But you can see the best play on the Prizepicks board for his is going to be the under 5 receptions. The reason they're saying this, guys, is because it's a push number. He's still favored to go over the 4.5, but essentially it's like he's expected to get 5 receptions. That's just how these odds work. So rather than taking the over at the 5 where they're minimizing the edge, they're saying to take the under on Prizepicks. That's why I tell you guys, you know, it's a big difference between taking this prop on Prizepicks and Betr. You can see there's a 53.34% chance that he's going to hit the over 4.5, though. And he's aggressively juiced on Caesars. BetOnline, minus 132. Once again, like Caesars is a pretty sharp sports book. BetOnline is a sharp sports book. Pinnacle's the sharpest sports book in the world. Oftentimes, they're saying minus 128 in the over. But all these different markets are trending towards the Devontae Smith over. We pulled up all those data sets. We talked about the target share, right? And then, obviously, the fact that, I mean, Prizepicks is worth millions of dollars, guys. At this point, they have very, very sharp lines. And you can see Devontae Smith is at 5.0 even. Like, take advantage of there's no pushes on Betr. So we can get all these props without them being bumped up, which is like massive. Like if you're not using this app and you're listening to this content and you're just logging into the Prizepicks app and taking all these bumps, like respectfully, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like what the heck are you doing? I'm trying to help you here, explaining the difference in this edge. The amount of times these guys are going to end with the exact on these 0.5, like the amount of times Devontae Smith tonight is going to end with either 4 or 5 receptions is huge. And there's a high chance he ends with 5 exactly. That's what these odds are telling us. Like they're so accurate. There's millions of dollars dumped into this stuff. All right, guys. So take advantage of the 0.5 discount. Get it at the 4.5 number. That's where the value is going to be. Jake Elliott, 6.5 kicking points. Phenomenal value over here on Betr. I mean, if we look at the market and where this guy is priced, he got bumped up to 7.0. I was seeing him trend even more towards like 7.5 in some places. So this is just phenomenal value. We can go ahead and, do a little digging here on Outlier again, see what we're liking for this prop. This is all the research I'm doing behind the scenes every single day to find the best possible value for my VIP members and myself and these slips, right? See the over 6.5 kicking points. He's massively favored. He's up to 7.5 in a lot of these places. The data's starting to pull in the 7.5. You can see he's at minus 130 on DraftKings. If we go back to his props, like we're starting to see him move to 7.5 in a lot of different places. So not only are we getting the 6.5, but it's like the market's starting to trend upwards even more. We can go ahead and type him into the DGF optimizer here. That's going to pull in all this different data for us. You can see he moved up to 7.5. And all of these, there's plus money on his over. So they're essentially, they moved it all the way from 6.5 up to 7.5, which by the way, this odds to hit, sometimes these optimizers, like, they're catching up to the market. Like, I would say that should be higher. Like, his odds to hit was even higher when it was heavily juiced on the over 6.5. The market's just gone ahead and shifted it up to 7.5 at plus money on the over, and they're just aggressively taking the under. So it's the same thing where essentially they're saying he's going to end with 7 even. And it's like you're getting a really good deal on the over 6.5. And then if you were to take the 7.5, you'd want the under, but you'd have to risk a ton. The juice is going to be coming in very heavy. So Prizepicks is going to push that right in the middle. They're going to say, we're not going to give you an edge. There's too good of an edge in taking the under at 7.5, and there's too good of an edge at taking the over at 6.5. We want to be taking the over 6.5 on Betr, okay? Hopefully that all makes sense. Like, you're getting the best bang for your buck. You're getting a really good deal here. And then to round things out, I mean, we can just go ahead and kind of look at the line in this game. What's the expected total and everything? We're looking at a 49 over under here. The spread looks like this page might be freaking out on me for some reason. I don't know what the spread is exactly, but it's like 1, 2, 3 point spread. You can see it looks like probably 1.5 spread here by the 25.5 projected total in the 24. So anyways, point being, we're going to see some points in this game. The Eagles are favored. And the rest of this ticket is going to be trying to take advantage of the Eagles getting a big and the Packers having to come from behind. Okay, so this is where you're going to see a difference in the two platforms, guys. You can see the payout shift here. If we were to run these picks that I'm about to discuss on Prizepicks, they're going to shift your payout massively, which is a problem. You don't want to have your payout shifted on the platforms. You should be getting paid what you're supposed to be getting paid. If you're not, you're getting ripped off, okay? If they're shifting the payout on you, don't place it. Find some different props with good value, or take advantage of a different platform like Betr, where we can take these props and then not shift our payout. So the first thing I want to talk about is we're getting some really good correlation here. We're taking the over on the fantasy score for Jordan Love, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, and Christian Watson. We want the Packers to be playing from behind in this game. So we're going to have Devontae Smith rack up his receptions. The Eagles are going to get in the end zone. We're going to have Jake Elliott get his kicking points, get a couple extra points, get a couple field goals, boom, cash. And then we want the Packers to be playing from behind in Philadelphia tonight. And we're going to be taking a full advantage of this full stack. We're looking at some very condensed usage for this team. And we're also looking at, once again, guys, all of these props are bumped up on Prizepicks. You can't get the 4.5 receptions on Smith. You can't get the 6.5 kicking points on Elliott. The only prop you're going to be able to get the same exact line is the Jordan Love fantasy, which, by the way, I do love that play tonight. No pun intended. I don't know why these sites continue to price Jordan Love at 17.5. It's honestly pretty disrespectful. I have a ton of different models saying, like, Love should be projected more so towards 21, 20. He seems to be a guy, it was the same way last year. Like, what are these sites doing? I have a ton of models projecting him on the over 20. 21 here. Philly's ranked 30th in passing touchdowns, 29th in allowing passing yards, passing attempts, all this stuff. Philly's allowing 33% more fantasy points to QBs when they're at home, right? Like all these different things. On this model, I've got him at 18. Another model here with Love projecting him at 19. So it's just too low of a number here for Love. And then we're going to get to that positive correlation stacking them up here, as I discussed, right? Romeo Dobbs is at 9 even on Prizepicks. It's the same scoring format as Betr outside of the fact that there's -2 for interceptions and there's -2 for fumbles. So interceptions and fumbles are a big deal in the fantasy scoring format on Betr. But you're still getting the PPR format. It's a point per reception format for these receivers. And you're going to see like Dobbs is at 9 even, Reed is at 10 even, and Watson's at 9 even. Which, by the way, I have all these guys projected over that as well. I got Romeo Dobbs going out there and getting like 11. I've got Jordan Reed going out there and getting 11. And I've got Watson going out there and getting 10. I essentially have all these guys getting, 10, 11. They've all been bumped up on Prizepicks. We're getting a much better deal over here on Betr. And the target share is so condensed, and we're getting good, positively correlated plays. It's simple. If Jordan Love is performing, having to come back in the game, throwing to his receivers, right? They're going to be catching balls, getting the points for those points for receptions. Jordan Love throws the touchdowns to them. They're going to get points for the touchdowns, etc. So we're getting the points for Jordan Love's passing touchdown and the receiver that catches the touchdown. It's going to help us rack up the fantasy points and give us a better chance at the full 6 out of 6 to cash in for the full 5,000, which, by the way, is why Prizepicks is shifting your payout. They're saying it's too good of a strategy to take the wide receiver with the QB, so we're not going to pay out as much. You can get it on Betr, okay? So hopefully that all makes sense. I'm trying to teach you guys, like, you got to be using all these apps, and that's why I'm, like, hyping up Betr so much, because, I mean, you simply can't take these plays in the same ticket construction on Prizepicks. It's a very big deal. This is all the stuff I teach in the VIP and stuff I try to teach on the channel for those of you that might be new to this. And then we look at the target share, and we look at Jordan Love. Let's go ahead and analyze him over here on the nice outlier tool. Type in Jordan Love over 17.5. Prizepicks, you can see he's exceeded 17.5 in 5 of his last 6 games. I don't understand why they haven't adjusted his projection. It's like every week I have this guy projected for like 20 fantasy points, and he's in the low to mid, or the mid to upper teens. He should be at 18, 19, maybe even 20.5. I'd say 19.5 would be a more accurate projection here. As you can see, he's just consistently hitting this. Like, he's at 83% hit rate, 21.5 fantasy score per game. Like, yes, please. And the matchup and these receivers as well, we know exactly where the ball is going. We know that the target share for these guys is very predictable. It's this big 3 that we're discussing here today, okay? So overall, look at the overall target share. Romeo Dobbs going to account for 17.1% of the targets in the offense. Jaden Reed, 16.8% of the targets. Christian Watson at 9.4 and Wicks at 10.3. I would argue a lot of this has to do with the fact that Christian Watson went down with injuries last year, though. Like, if we pull up Christian Watson, I mean, weeks 13 through 19, he wasn't out there on the field. So just keep that in mind. I mean, you do have to factor that in when you're analyzing all this data. This is all stuff, that is relevant, missed time. But regardless, we know these are the big 3. And then lastly, the red zone targets. Same thing. They're all going to these 3, essentially, Romeo Dobbs accounts for 20% of the red zone targets. 15.6% of the red zone targets are going to Reed, and 14.4% of the targets are going to Christian Watson. Aaron Jones received 11.1 out of the backfield last year. He's no longer with the team. We're looking at Josh Jacobs, who isn't really a pass-catching back nearly as much. So it's the big 3 of Dobbs, Reed, and Watson pulling in all those targets. That should help us even more, targeting these fantasy scores. We want those guys to be the ones catching the passes, and we want those guys to be the ones getting in the end zone here. So that's going to be my full 6 pick. I did lock it in on Betr. You can play it on Prizepicks. You can play these props on Prizepicks if you'd like. I mean, I've already explained to you why I wouldn't personally. Prizepicks is going to give you a deal. I mean, I'll have Prizepicks plays coming for the weekend. But for these one-game slates, man, it's been brutal. Like, there's no edge in any of these props. Like, I already talked about it. Devontae Smith is bumped up. Why am I going to take, the 5.0 when I can get the 4.5? It's just using my head. Why am I going to take the 7.0 when I can get the 6.5? Why am I going to take the Dobbs, Reed, and Watson fantasy when I can't correlate them without getting a payout shift? And two, they're all bumped up. 9.0, 10.0, 9.0. Might not seem like a big deal to you if you're new to this. You're going, well, if you're taking the over, don't you expect them to go off? Dude, these projections are so accurate, man. Like, Prizepicks is essentially saying Dobbs is going to end with 9 even. Reed is going to end with 10 even. And Watson's going to end with 9 even. And I wouldn't be surprised in the least to see that happen. And if it happens, you're pushing on Prizepicks. Plus, you're getting a payout shift. Whereas on Betr, I have even more room for error should something go wrong. I just talked about my play last night. We went 5 out of 6. I got 1.25x. I would have loved the full $5,000 win, but it's more money in my pocket, and then it gives me the ability to go ahead and place this again today. I'm not depositing. Just keep building up the money until the big hits come, right? That's all for me in this one. We can do a quick little review here for you guys. I mean, we went through them pretty clearly, but this is the full, the 6th pick. We're doing a dynamic play on Betr. You want to be doing the dynamic. Once again, KJKDFS, the link down below will get you that $200 to match. You can take advantage of that match and then tail these plays. Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions. Can't get enough Prizepicks if you want to play the bumps. Like, I like the plays, obviously, but I'm going to much prefer getting the edge. That we're getting on Betr, man. So over 4.5 receptions, Jake Elliott over 6.5 15 points. We got Jordan Love over 17.5 fantasy points, Dobbs over 8.5 fantasy points, Reed over 9.5, and Watson over 8.5. We're getting some good positive correlation. Hopefully the Eagles get up big in this game. The Packers got to come from behind. That would be ideal for us because that will allow us to sit here and enjoy Jordan Love throwing the football a lot to his big three wide receivers as we discussed. So. That's all for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button at the door. If you didn't, don't forget to take advantage of that VIP offer. I'm going to give you guys as many free VIP plays as I can on the channel, but I can't be on the channel 24/7. There's going to be college football, NFL, and this is only one ticket. Talked about all the other stuff we got going on over there. Esports, all that fun stuff. A bunch of different guys cashed in last night. Using the Patrick Mahomes completions. 50 into 500 here for De La Coste. Kenshiro Powell with the $2.50 into 50. So these guys 10 into 300 here. That same exact ticket I gave out, you could have played the Mahomes promo over on Betr and cashed in even though Mahomes sold the fantasy. So thanks for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks and Betr NFL player props tonight. We will see you in the next one.